Hi guys, it's Adam here, and we're going to be talking about my opinion on the Nintendo E3 2019 Direct. So I'm just going to be going over all the major things, for me at least, which is mostly just Nintendo things. So let's start with this first Smash reveal. So, if I am being completely honest, I am honestly very annoyed by this pick. I know it was expected, and I wasn't that surprised. But still, I really hope they wouldn't, because it was so... I don't even know. Just, do we need another sword fighter? Like, how many do we have? We have so many Fire Emblem characters, and we have still 3 Links, and a bunch of other people who all use swords. And of course, for the DLC people, they have to add someone who uses a sword. I think there could be so many better choices. Like, ugh. I know I really shouldn't be complaining because I guess the hero has a little bit more potential than just your basic sword fighter. But still, it's just a sword fighter. And the bummer was that the whole cinematic scene was actually looking pretty good. But then it built up to really nothing, in my opinion. Because who really cares about this character, if I'm being honest? I know I for sure don't. And, I mean, I'm sure there's people who do. But I know the majority of us probably don't care about this too much. And then, of course, they have to get our hopes up even more, and then they just show off some different styles for the same character. Like, it was so annoying. This direct was not off to a good start for me. Yeah. Okay, so now we'll move on to the next part that I found the most interesting. This was, of course, Luigi's Mansion 3. So this game has been highly anticipated, and me personally, I've never played any other Luigi's Mansion games, but from the trailer, this one actually looks pretty good. From my friend's opinion, who has played all of them, he says that it looks pretty decent, and I agree with him. I don't know if I'll pick it up, but I would sure be more likely to pick it up than some of the other ones. It looks pretty average. I mean, nothing like too complex, but I think it still looks like a pretty good game. It's kind of like Nintendo's style of horror for like Mario games. Like, 'cause Zelda games, they can go a lot darker with Majora's Mask and Twilight Princess, I guess you could say. But it honestly looks pretty decent. It had been highly anticipated by lots of fans, and I know it was bound to be shown, so I really wasn't surprised. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of have mixed feelings. I've never been a fan of the games, and I probably won't pick this one up. But who knows? Maybe I will. And we'll move on to the next part that I found interesting. As a Zelda fan myself, this direct was very rewarding. We started with a bit more on Link's Awakening, which, as a Zelda fan, is good, but as a game fan, I'm not so sure. So, I do like Link's Awakening. I think the remake is a okay idea. I think they could have done a different one, like A Link to the Past, but it's still not a bad idea. Now, I really want to pick this up, but if it's $80, I'm really not sure it's worth it. For a game that doesn't take very long to play through, and, like, because with Breath of the Wild, I put, like, over 100 hours into that game. That's how many hours I should have on, like, a Zelda game. Well, I mean, not really. Like, other Zelda games are lower, but because Breath of the Wild was, like, especially giant. But they should still be a little bit longer than Link's Awakening. So, I don't know. If it's full price, I'm really not sure if I'm going to get it. Now, I was thinking that they were going to add some sort of new feature, and they did. But the disappointing thing is that it's disappointing. I don't find it that interesting, and I don't know how many of you guys do, but I just think it's kind of a way to try and boost the game up to $80. I was hoping they would add in a classic Mario game remake or something. Or maybe another, that it would be a stretch, but maybe another Zelda game remake. They would have announced that by now, since we already have the release date. But I don't know, I have mixed feelings about this. I might get it, since I'm a Zelda fan, but I don't know. I'll see. I guess I'll wait until September 20th, though, and then I'll see how much it retails for. And that will mostly decide my opinion. Now, the next thing we are talking about is Animal Crossing. So I was honestly not expecting anything about this game, and I've never, well, that's not true. I have played a little bit of other Animal Crossing games, and if I'm being honest, I always found them slow and kind of boring. But the style of this one looks a lot more interesting. Being on an island by yourself seems more interesting than just living in a town and doing a bunch of basic things. Now, the reason I've always found Animal Crossing games not that good because I just find they're trying to make a game out of something that isn't that fun in the real world. It's like the Ace Attorney series. They made a game out of Court. And I know they're not bad games. I have personally always thought they were kind of bad, but I know lots of people like them. But just think about that for a second. People literally make excuses to get out of jury duty and go to court. So why would they make a game out of it? I'm not sure. But honestly, this game looks half decent. I probably won't get it, but I might end up getting it. It's probably going to be $80, so I'm not sure. But in the end, who really knows? Maybe I'll get it. It does look pretty decent, though. So, the next thing that I found most interesting was, of course, the final Smash reveal. Now, I was really hoping for someone that I wanted, and I would say I didn't really get that, but was I disappointed? No, I honestly wasn't. I knew Banjo was definitely one of the top picks and was definitely had a high chance to get in. I personally was hoping for Minecraft Steve, and I think he would have been a better choice, but I still accept their choice with Banjo because I do find him pretty interesting. He does kind of look like a Duck Hunt clone, but I don't really care. I mean, they might be pretty similar, but I just hope they make him different. He doesn't come out until later, though, so that's a bit of a disappointment. All we get is the hero, who I don't care for at all. But overall, not that bad of a choice. I hope there's still a chance for Minecraft Steve, and hopefully an Undertale rep. I was hoping for another character from Breath of the Wild, but I think they're probably all going for indie characters now, so that's probably not going to happen. Which is okay, I guess. I'm not as into Breath of the Wild anymore, but a Undertale rep would still be really nice. So, not a bad pick, way better than the first one. The stage looks okay as well. I don't know. Final Smash, kind of basic, not the best. But overall, like I said, not bad. I'm not disappointed, but I'm not that excited either. So, moving on to the final thing in the entire Direct, which might be a little bit sad, but I'm thinking was honestly the highlight of the Direct for me. Like I said previously, I am a major Zelda fan, and at this, my second favorite Zelda game would be Breath of the Wild. My first Ocarina of Time, I think most Zelda fans can agree with that. And this was honestly amazing. I know lots of people are speculating over Breath of the Wild 2, and I thought it would be a really good idea. I loved Breath of the Wild 1 and its mechanics, and I really wanted a second one as well, because I think they could improve on story, and that's pretty much all it needs. A bit more, like, new things to the gameplay, but I would be fine if they kept it the same, if I'm being honest. And then this trailer came out, and like, oh my gosh, I don't know what they did to Breath of the Wild. This looks like a Majora's Mask sequel. Like, it literally looks like it could be some sort of horror game. So I'm really hoping it's like a mix between Twilight Princess and Majora's Mask with like the more adult feel of Twilight Princess, but then also the much creepier and darker feel of Majora's Mask. Which I didn't always enjoy. I didn't really enjoy Majora's Mask, but it doesn't really matter. Anyway, overall, I think that was the most interesting part of the Direct. But thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you guys in one of my next videos. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.